Good evening, YouTube. Stanley Pacion, Catullus, Poem 11. Christopher, Billy, hey guys, do Stanley the favor and tell her, please convey that message. Tell her he is afoot upon Indian Ocean shores. And this time he has a consort, a glory maiden, who owns a girdle, a midriff, with such exacting tiny measure that it focuses her form in a symmetry well-nigh perfect. Why, it brings joy to any man when he spies it. His new love, a love as beautiful and striking as ocean waves, whose presentation evokes eternity in the cradle swell of mighty motion, and she, stepping along before the crash of waves, her feet springing through the water as it flows and sweeps along the shore. Yes, my friends, I tell you true. She complements the paradise of the beach. Her gait carries hint of the everlasting. Her voice, what echoes the sound of the sea? And like the woman herself is magnificent. She, how else might he describe her? Another sensual gift born of the fruitful palms. Try to say it right, guys. Make her jealous. Or if you feel that story too convenient for her to believe, tell her Stanley goes alone into Ganges plain and seeks to follow the timeline of empire and civilization, or maybe better yet, that he has turned to signposts pointing north to the glacier's cave, the river's mouth, where sky animates the waters in spectrum of colors, which, when running against the half-submerged rocks and boulders, uplifts in such awesome scintillating incandescent spray that pilgrims must rub their eyes in wonder. They must assure themselves that they are awake and have not fallen into the magic of a dreamland slumber. Billy, Christopher, my friends, let her know. Let that woman know how close to heaven is the mouth of the river, how great God's gift, whose flow begins at ice-bound cavern source in the Himalayas. Tell her that Stanley is gone. Tell her what you will, that he has discovered new love and spends his time with wondrous companion on East Indian Ocean shore, or that he retires to a mountain cave and lives alone. But should it be, and Stanley must run even farther, as if he must vanish, so to escape her haunt, her awful memory, here's a good one. See if this story strikes a spark in the devil lady's eyes. Run the tale that Stanley sets blanket on sand in old Siam, where lovely Buddha women administer his every physical need, and teach religious tenets that might bring soul to calm and show person path to new knowledge. Tell her he travels to the Far East. And should you hear that she still follows him, you may note, but do not share it with others. Keep this destination to yourselves. It is a secret. Stanley escapes to Australia, first to city Perth to acclimate himself to life, where under influence of Southern Cross astrology may chart a better course of life. And should he not find peace on that island continent's western shore, know he treks the long highway east, traveling from milepost to milepost, out from Bunbury toward the outback, past roads with names like Starvation and Reptile, crossing the Nullarbor, and then down south to Port Adelaide, and across the 800 miles to the docks and wharves of Melbourne. And at once there in Victoria, he returns to the north and east beyond Eden and Milton on Highway 1 to find Gulbura, where he meets his Australian, a bathing beauty, a blonde and tall, true love, a maid known for her moral character. It happens while he walks out upon the sand against bright sky as the South Pacific burgeons. And it makes its great roll onto the white of Surf Beach. Billy, Christopher, tell her he has found a way to cope with her turning everything in his world upside down. Oh, his friends, his buddies, Billy, Christopher. Though you are ready and might wish to join, to travel and visit, to join him in this remote geography, we all live according to destiny's will. You may believe him when he declares, happiness comes to all good men do as do the rays, the bright that comes to souls with summer's sun. Announce, would you please? Would you let her know? Yet before he had departed, he left these words. No need temper his assessment, good comrades. Do not bother to ask that she forgive his unkindness. Tell her he tired of living beneath her continued deceit, her stubborn refusal ever to admit the truth, her lie upon lie until his own head spin, no real memory, no living history, all concoction, each and every personal event, she not remembering a word she said. And let her live in love. May she have 300 lovers or more, and disappoint whomever her unhappiness encounter. That her self-hatred destroys whatever hope some good and noble might have. Cursed are those who fail to discern her treachery. Here Stanley cleaves unto the words of Catullus, when once upon a time and so long ago the ancient poet had come to realize the term. Whore was a word he meant to stand for her insatiable lying. As for Stanley and his love, all that love of his which had been hers for the embracing, his deep regard is gone, and in this our pagan world, no forgiveness, no promise of the resurrection, no flower. Once the farmer's passing plow deracinates and mangles it, no flower may hope to live and flourish. It has no future and never blooms again.